automatically did it that time though, so I don't want the echo. Here we go. There we are. Ta-da! Now, back up on screen. You can see it. And when I hit the button, you can hear it too.
School district is firing two married teachers who they say filmed sexually explicit content on school boards. The district says that the husband and wife were making content for the subscription site OnlyFans. You've got to be joking, right? The school told parents that the students had been sharing material involving a staff person, but it was not filmed during school hours. Still very inappropriate.
It was a police chase in Ohio that ends with a man forcing his way into a daycare of all places. Look. Get the kids, please, get the kids.
Fair use.
Oh my gosh, how terrifying.
So the Warren Police Department says it started with an officer trying to pull a 39-year-old over. He was wanted for felony assault. After a chase, he ended up crashing his car and running to the back of the daycare. He's now facing 13 charges in addition to that original felony charge.
Oh, and children right there, right next to him. Family of an organ donor in the Valley is trying to get the word out about how just important it is to give the gift of life.
And this comes after 23-year-old daughter passed away unexpectedly. Fox 10's Lindsay Regas joining us live.
Thank you for your donation.
The Rogers family is staying positive after losing their daughter, Deja. Deja passed away on Saturday, and since then, she has saved 3 lives by being an organ donor. November 1st was the beginning of a tragic change of events for the Rogers family.
It's been tough because she was not just my daughter. She was my best friend.
Their daughter, 23-year-old Dejanay Rogers, was taken to the hospital.
A question is, are you an organ donor?
Went into cardiac arrest, and she was under for a very long time. I believe it was over 20-something minutes, and was later declared brain dead.
On November 5th, she began to give back as an organ donor, and her family says since then, she has saved 3 lives.
Even on her last breath, on her back, she just wanted to give and heal.
Now her family is raising awareness as they navigate a future without Deja.
But she's still living, and she's being able to have somebody else live that was on the verge of where she is now. So even in her death, she's still saving, and she's still helping.
Yeah, we're losing a vessel, but Deja lives on forever.
Is there chance to live again or fight another battle? You know, even in knowing that we lost.
This was the final lesson Deja gave her younger brother.
I would do anything to be just like this.
If you're interested in becoming an organ donor, you can visit donatelifeaz.org. We have that information on our website, as well as how you can help out the Rogers family. Reporting live, Lindsay Regas, Fox 10 News.
Thank you again to the Rogers family.
A 4-year-old woman now charged with murder in what police call a case of citizen's arrest gone wrong.
This one got me. Hold on. Before I can let this one keep going, y'all. Okay. There is a poll on the YouTube page. There is a poll and also a Q&A question. Why don't more people sign up as an organ donor? The poll is, are you an organ donor? Let me do one more thing really quick. Sorry. Apologies, as it were. I just want to make sure that I get this out. And one more thing. Slash. Whoops. All right. Back to it. Jump to it. All right. So before we jump to this next piece, and then we're gonna get we'll talk on the other side. Like I said, I don't intend on dropping the link here. If the moderators show up in the chat and they decide that they want to come up, I made for them. But you can always go to Buy Me a Coffee and get the link. If I do drop the link over here, it will be for a short time only. And as soon as I have someone up on the panel, I will be removing the link. Y'all, it's too much. Even now, even with everybody trying to clean up their this, that, and the third, there's somebody in the chat talking about what you did to me on Tuesday, and this, it's not what I'm here for. But back to this conversation real quick. First of all, I've never signed up to be an organ donor, mostly because I'm pretty sure that my kidneys are shot. I had diabetes for years. This gastric bypass surgery. Now, that could be an entirely different situation today, but that would be the reason why I did not have it done for years. So, up here, I asked what's acceptable news. Please forgive me. There's a different question on the poll on the YouTube. Anyway, um, I do believe that organ donorship is necessary. It is vital. I also believe that Um, it's something that you should discuss with your family and put in writing. Yet, I don't personally believe that it should be on your driver's license. I don't trust these people. I don't think that anyone should. That's me. That's viewing the world. That's my lived experience. That's not to say that that is the reason why they won't do for you. It's to say that why would they do for you? You dig? What up, Army Vet? Good morning. How's your spirit? I was just talking about. There were three. I looked that way because they just went by. There were three videos that I'd already gone through, or two, I think, that I already gone through this morning. One was a man who kind of jumped into a daycare, trying to get away from the police. And then the other was some teachers who was getting it on for OnlyFans at a school. Oh, you're Twitch streaming. Hey, Twitchers. What it do, y'all? I promised the folks that I already know on Twitch, and this now includes you too, that I will be over there aiming for mid-December. Right now, I got a lot of SHIT on my plate, um, to say the least. Anyway, so right now I create content because it keeps my mind off of what I cannot do anything about. But so we were talking about that, and then I'm getting ready to show this next one here. This one pissed me off. This one pissed me off to the point that I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go live right now and strangle him." But I digress. I didn't do that, so let's just we'll get into this one. This one and the one after this one, but definitely this. Okay, here we go.
But we expect attorney.
Let me get it back.
The trial of a 24-year-old woman now charged with murder in what police call a case of citizen's arrest gone wrong is set to begin tomorrow in Clayton County. The murder trial of Hannah Payne has been delayed several times, but we expect attorneys to begin selecting a jury in the morning. Joe Henke has a preview of the trial ahead. A lot of moving parts in this.
A lot of moving parts. Hannah Payne here is charged with felony murder, malice murder, and a list of other charges. And Clayton County police detectives say she confronted and then shot and killed 64-year-old Kenneth Herring in May of 2019 after he left the scene of a hit and run. Payne previously entered a not guilty plea.
After 2 years out of jail on bond while charged with murder, on Monday, Hannah Payne's trial is scheduled to begin.
Hardworking man, a good grandfather, a good husband.
Christine Herring last spoke with 11 Alive weeks after the death of her husband, 64-year-old Kenneth Herring. Police say Herring was involved in a hit and run after running a red light and hitting a semi-truck on Clark Howell Parkway at I-85, but no one was injured. A short time later, he drove off. According to police, Payne witnessed the crash, called 911, and forced Herring to stop, boxing him in about a mile away.
Okay. Right here. We're just gonna stop. And I want you to tell me what case this sounds like to you. I want you to think through the last 20 years In the last 20 years, what case have we seen go down this way? A good Samaritan sees a black man doing something that they know he's not supposed to be doing. He shouldn't be doing that. They call the police and then follow him. He ends up dead. And they end up on trial. Anybody know a case like that? It wasn't a man, though. It was a child at that time. No? The Trayvon Martin case, perhaps? This is your female Andrew Zimmerman right here. Don't believe me? Hang tight.
Herring's wife says he was trying to get to a hospital.
Because I know he was having a diabetic episode. Because he don't just run off the scene. I knew he was trying to get to the hospital.
During a preliminary hearing, a detective testified a medic at the scene believed Herring was having a diabetic attack.
He was disoriented. He was asking what happened, who hit me.
The detective says Payne ignored a 911 dispatcher's order to stay back and then can be heard on the 911 call confronting Herring.
In the background, you can hear, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the effing car. And she returns to the phone and said, he just shot himself with my gun.
The detective testified.
He just did what with the who the hey? What the fuck? Anybody? He just shot himself with my gun. That's